A lot of people, what they do on Saturday is they just try to escape and opiate themselves if you're even lucky to have Saturday off, right? What are we going to do? We're going to be partially psycho. If full psycho Saturday scares you, because we can go partially psychotic, never go full psycho. What can we do? I recommend that we do something fun, funny, obnoxious, and outside of our comfort zone. Where is the slogan, do one thing per day that scares you? Why do you think that that's such juicy fortune cookie sized advice? Because people end up doing super similar things weekend to weekend. And let's say we are mature adults or college students. It doesn't matter, because what we're faced with is a new year with new resolutions, with new ideas for what could have happened, and then what's getting in our way. January. January felt super long. What can we do in the shortest month ever, making February 15th the best month ever? How? Why? Where? Psycho Saturday. Are we able to affect something in less than an hour? Let's try. I'm going to bullet point 8 things that we can attempt as student athletes at 15 years old, 50 years old, or 500 years old. It doesn't matter. Athletic student, student athlete. And let's say you didn't play a sport in college. It doesn't matter. Let's say you didn't play a sport in high school either. Let's go now. So, motion creates emotion. And knowing this, maybe we can not necessarily make ourselves happier, but realize that we are all, by default, student athletes. What's up? And we can together do something student athletically. You're timed perfectly for this, because we can. Oh, I love Jesus also, and let's focus on Saturday shiitake being Psycho Saturday before Jesus Christ stuff on Sunday. Saturday Psycho, let's go. Thank you. You are here perfectly. We are bullet pointing Psycho Saturday things to do that are semi-student, studentious, studious, and semi-athletic. So that way we can be student athletes at whatever portion of our life that we're in right now. Whether we're 14 years old, 40 years old, or 400 years old. Cool, right? So, 1, morning routines. I'm not going to recommend a morning routine. What I am going to say is that rich people, they do their morning routine from 6:45 a.m. until 11:45 or 1 a.m. Their whole entire mother scratching day is a morning routine. What do we do if we're poor? We do this. Our morning routine is sub 6 minutes. Why are we going over this? Because a morning routine of 4 minutes or over 14 hours goes like this: silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, scribing, savers. And so it's okay if your morning routine is 30 seconds. Just notate, hey, on February 15th, with Psycho Saturdays with Larry Chang, Ola, I did my morning routine with him. Oh my God, let's do it right now. Silence. Okay, so during my silence time, what I thought was I want to be able to meet 2 to 12 people that are able to do Hal Elrod's Morning Miracle savers: silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. Scribing like journaling. So during my silence time, I'm thinking to be thankful that my morning routine involves exposing myself and my lack of popularity with doing a YouTube live, kind of like Morning Pages by Julia Cameron. And so together we can win at Entrepreneurship. Why? Because we can we can we can together do a silence moment. We can together do a meditation. Affirmations. Knowing that you scrolled here on Saturday is affirmation enough that you want to laugh and self-improve. And we can together wait for Sunday stuff, or we can do a together Sunday meditation, Sunday prayer on Saturday. In fact, you guys are screaming for it. Let's do it right now. Father, Lord, thank you for the blessings of this time, and just be with each other, be with us, and as we gather and do Psycho Saturday. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. How was that? Pretty good, right? So, visualization. Doing something different, which is not going YouTube channel to YouTube channel, spamming some Jesus stuff, even though I love it, but maybe changing up how we go about it. Oh my God, this could be how. Liam Gringle, this could be how, which is we can remix a Christian component of a video. So that way we don't just go video to video, paste copying stuff that we've said in other places. We can actually remix, reinvigorate, and remix by doing green screens. Why are we doing this? So that way we can together do something that's funny and Psycho Saturday, which is us doing entrepreneurship in practice, in part. We're not spending the whole Saturday trying to do entrepreneurship. We're trying to get outside of our comfort zone. Oh my God, this is perfect. So, next bullet point after being a student athlete is this. Within exercise and the fact that motion creates emotion, expanding on how we manage our brain chemicals. Did we drink yesterday, Friday? No, we did not. Are you going to drink Saturday tonight? I don't think so. Why? Because of our awareness of the pineal gland. And earlier, which is going to bring you fully up to speed, we were talking about how to manage our Saturday by not being drunk on Saturday night, bringing you up to speed with this next conclusion, which is our pineal gland allows us chemical to be produced that is a brain lubricating, fear reducing thing. Why? Because when actors act drunk in movies, they don't actually get drunk, they're able to act drunk. And what happens in this? We're able to manage the chemical which outputs a inhibition. Because this is the problem of drinking and trying to drink for social lubricant. This is the problem. The problem is you're going to need exactly 3.78 drinks, depending on mood, depending on stomach, depending on all these different factors. So you're actually trying to hit a moving target. What we have a hard time doing is hitting a moving target. And so what happens when you're trying to hit a moving target? You sometimes overshoot or undershoot, in which case it's not good. But if you're just using your pineal gland to produce chemical for social lubricant, then you begin to practice being crazy fun while you're 107% sober. And that is the sequel concept to being a student athlete and being able to call up your most resourceful state, your most optimum perfunction. I just came up with a new word. Function, performance, perfunction. And that together with a morning routine, which we are now on our reading. So let's say that last year you did not read a ton. That's okay. There's no guilt. Instead of doing a book club for reading or a reading club, you and I together, we can do video club. And what's more psycho than going from video to video, dropping like a ton of comments, is video club, where we're able to study buddy an existing video that you thought that was important or that you favorited, and you will email or text that video to me, and we restudy a video like it's a book club. Why? This will be the first collaboration that you've done with a semi-stranger, me, Larry Chang. And so when you collaborate over the internet to do something productive for zero money and for a little bit of time, what happens is you build your confidence with being Psycho Saturday on a Tuesday. Let me give you an example of that. I will literally call up any human and say, hey, I see that you're going to be speaking at Orlando May 6th through May 8th. I see that you're going to be speaking there. You put $10,000 in, me put $10,000 in, and let's collaborate on a party. Like, how crazy sounding is that? And then let's say they're like, oh, I don't know if I have $10,000, even though I'm worth $2 billion. Plus, I don't even know who you are. Cool. This is who I am. I do YouTube videos with 17 people that come in and out, that get distracted. And this is my Twitter. This is who I am. This is my real phone number. Let's you and I do a collaboration for Orlando Hilton on May 6th. When do you fly in? May 5th. Perfect. We'll do a coffee before then, and if I don't pass the sniff test, let's not spend $10,000 together. What are we gonna do, Psycho Larry? What we're gonna do is we're going to try to get other people their return on investment by doing a minimum viable party with tap water and pizza. Who with a straight face can host a party with tap water and pizza? Seriously, think about if you were successful. You probably are successful listening to me and hanging out with me. You probably are already successful. But how psycho would you need to be to buy pizza and with a straight face offer tap water with fluoride, and we host even a May 4 Sunday party if people are super enthused about getting to the Orlando Hilton early. And you can even put a Jesus component to it. You could do whatever you want on May 4th, Sunday, Orlando Hilton. where the church's after party would be in the Hilton, because there's a church that's kitty corner around the corner from Bitcoin for Corporations. Do you like how I take the comments that are meant to distract me and I just DJ it right into, hey, can you focus on what I'm talking about versus just promoting JC, right? And so that would be on May 4th. That could be you and I after hijacking my YouTube live, right? And so May 6th, on some random Tuesday, I would call and say, hey, do you want to do a collaboration? Next bullet point is, after our reading, which we're doing a video club expansion on a prior, is scribing. So let's say that you don't have to be sorry. We can all hang out and you can focus on these things as we all get better with scribing. Let's say scribing and writing an article is too lofty for you to do. Let's say that it's too out there, too psycho for this Saturday. We, meaning me and people who want to practice, we can, instead of writing an article, we can do a remix of something that exists. Remember that video that you favorited, that you've only really rewatched twice, but you really should have rewatched it more? That video, we can study buddy, and then we can remix. So I consent for you to do a Christian video that is whatever. We can rewatch that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to exercise our brain. So this video is going to bookend with 2 more bullet points on being a student athlete, where we win at entrepreneurship while we practice and get our brain slightly better. So the reason it's called Psycho Saturday is we are together trying to exercise our brain to do something outside of our comfort zone. And by calling it like Crazy Saturday, it misses some of the alliteration. And the last couple bullet points for Psycho Saturday could be this. Let's do Saturday to Saturday tracking, where you remix a portion of this video where this is when you and I first met. This is when the YouTube algorithm first introduced us together. Now, Psycho Saturday is this. Realizing that most of the time the algorithm is programming our brain with default entertainment, with mindless dribble that we've kind of already heard before, to the point where we can actually fast forward 20 minutes into the video and then we don't really lose anything because we kind of already know. And sometimes maybe we like that familiarity with the YouTube personality. Maybe we like that level of comfort with the social media influencer who's doing video. Maybe we're already have a level of rapport where we're comfortable with the content that they're going to be generating. That's okay. Psycho Saturday is becoming more self-improving, being more, not affirmational, intentional, being more intentional. So remember how like you were talking about Sunday things being for being at one with the universe and connecting with Jesus. So Saturday is a time where we can have that as a prep day for Sunday, and That component could be in our student athlete journey. We can be intentional with what we want to do Saturday to Saturday. We can be intentional with how we go from Larry Chang video to Larry Chang video. Yes. So I don't know what fears that you have and that you're experiencing different things. So so let's make this less scary, okay? Because maybe Psycho Saturday goes into Peaceful Saturday. Intentional Saturday. Doesn't need to alliterate. This is what makes it less scary potentially for you guys, which is this. Being able to not necessarily meditate, because that's a burdensome word that causes us to manage our brain incredibly well. Let's not go there yet. Oh my God, these bullet points are perfectly on script, actually. Let us, with some intention, move towards expanding on a prior. Oh my God. Okay. If you've not written anything down during our time together, we are going to write down our first notes. We're not going to take the notes on our phone. We're not going to, we're going to find some scrap piece of paper and we're going to write this down. This is Psycho Saturday in the funnest, most, yes, that's a word, in the most fun method possible, which is this. We're going to take pen and paper. And it's not just because I'm Chinese and I'm advocating that you use the thing that my people created, which is paper. We're going to use pen and paper to expand on a prior while we get mentally slightly more healthy. I'm not saying you're currently mentally unhealthy. I'm saying as student athletes of any age, we are going to write down our first page of notes, starting with line 1, which is this. Expand on a prior. Psycho Saturday, having a fun time, is taking one line of notes from a random Chinese dude who seems to have a whole lot of energy and not exactly a whole lot of subscribers and a single digit number of likes, but is proceeding forward as if they're getting 55,000 likes. Oh, is this a new channel? Nope. It is some of the oldest shiitake ever. This is what it is. With expansion on a prior, what we're doing is we're taking advantage of the fact that our high school teacher was mean to us. Now we can benefit. This YouTube video 4 minutes ago was semi-confusing. This video that you favorited before you and I met was useful. Expand on a prior, expand on a prior, expand on a prior. That's psycho, because people are going to be like, why are you studying Mr. Blaha's AP US history again? Why? Well, this is why. Because I'm applying Steven Zumdahl's chemistry class to what Larry Chang does for work, which is third-party data verification as it relates to cell phone number underwriting, the 3 laws of thermodynamics. You don't have to understand any of that. Just know that I came up with this stuff, this shiitake, on a Psycho Saturday. Why? Because on Saturdays, I become great. I'm not that good Monday through Friday. This is also student athlete work. This is me getting slightly better, being slightly more athletic by cross-training on yoga, by cross-training on the mental side of baseball, by cross-training on, hey, when my coach is telling me something, maybe I should write it down. And maybe you can't read it from here, but it's Stanford versus UCLA, because later on today, it's going to be Cal State Fullerton versus Stanford University at 2 o'clock. Guess who's going to be taking notes? Me. Here are the notes that I've already started. So Psycho Saturday is us taking notes on this video, which is expansion on a prior. I have no idea what you're talking about. This is some basic expansion on a prior stuff. And the fact that you bring the gifted angel who's got some weird plan, like, what are you, like, I think this is one of those things where you're being purposefully not deceitful, you're being purposefully retarded. And that's okay, but know that, no, this is like, you asking that question means that you wanted to bring it up. It's kind of like that creepy girl who's like, hey, are you into like three-ways? I'm like, hey, this is date number one. Let's stop talking about weird sex shit and let's just get to know each other. But you asking weird questions about, you know, my proclivities makes me wonder about you, right? This is why it's stand-up comedy, right? Because my responsibility to you is to entertain you. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Because when you bring up Lucifer and, you know, well, I'm going to bring up Peter getting crucified upside down. That's what I'm going to bring up. And so, am I rolling with the heckles? Yes, I am. That's the last point of student athleting is, let's say you get an audience member that's trying to distract you. Let's say life throws you not necessarily just a curveball, because guess what I'm going to do with a curveball? I'm going to hit that ball 430 feet. We are going to take hesitations, speed bumps, and we're going to push ahead. And let's say that we realize that we have a friend who's constantly trying to be a crab in a pot, pulling us back into that pot. So, is interior day a difficult shot? Yeah. And we are going to realize that we can take, oh, the sound quality was average. The lighting was like overly done. The topic seemed to spray everywhere. To bring all these different things together for Psycho Saturday, hanging out with me, Larry Chang, hello, is this. In reverse topic order, it was being okay with distractions and heckles, being able to expand on a prior, student athlete focusing in morning routines, and how rich people do a morning routine from 6:45 a.m. until 11:45 p.m. Whereas people who are emerging, just starting their careers in this topsy-turvy time, you're welcome, because there is no better time right now than this time of pure chaos. Pure chaos, because during times of pure chaos, people rise and fall dramatically. The rules are somewhat in flux, and the three laws of thermodynamics, undefeated. And so being able to do savor, silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, because I was imploring people before they started to talk about the Antichrist to write down one page of notes, initially with one sentence, which is what? Expand on a prior. And so let's say that we've got that friend that's trying to constantly drag us down by distracting us from getting better. Because remember, we're the sum total of the 5 people that we favorite the most on social media. And so we can code and program our own brain. We can code and program our own brain while we change our algorithm on social media. Change our algorithm here on YouTube. Being able to meditate healing thoughts into water, and then unpaid sponsorship, by the way, and then be able to reorganize our cells, our brain cells, and the YouTube algorithm to basically do whatever we want to do, so long as we have this. And me as your study buddy who, oh, well, are you selling me a program? Yeah, I'm selling a program. When you become a billionaire, pay me $750,000. That's it. And if you lie to me and secretly became a billionaire and then screwed me out of 750K, so what? Expand on a prior by taking one sentence of notes, texting that to me saying, look, I am from your YouTube feed. We are now friends. Let's video club a video in the same way that we book club a book. So book club is where old way was how this would go. 10 to 15 people get together. 2/3 of the people didn't read the book. That's book club. Video club is us study buddying videos in order to get better. And when you see how I study a video, you'll be like, wow, no wonder he became smarter than what version of him was in high school, because I got better after school. Most people don't get better after school. Doesn't matter if you're 16 years old, 26 years old, or 60 years old. This is how to get better, and this is a great first video for us to hang out. With Video Club, where when you see how I study a video that you favorited that is something that's business oriented or production oriented or self-improving, then we will see, wow, that's why it's competitive. And then you'll get better as a student athlete who's athletically walking and collaborating, and then you'll get off of 0 videos, which maybe your channel is on no videos because you're consumption only. This is moving from passively watching something to actively doing cool stuff. I look forward to connecting on a future video where I drop new episodes, so subscribe, on Thursdays, and the ability to program your own mind is amazing. And so I highly recommend that you take me up on Video Club, which is study buddying a video completely for free. And if I'm being completely confessional, I'll actually benefit a lot when we do a video club together, because you'll probably introduce me to somebody that will benefit me mentally. It's good hanging out with you. It's good hanging out with you. Hydrate.